Welcome to Flow. Let's get started. Today you'll need some sort of strap. I'm using a t-shirt. You can use a towel or a long sleeve t-shirt. Just make sure it has a little bit of stretch, a little bit of flexibility. We'll start off in a child's pose with a tricep opener. So once you get into your child's pose, bring your palms together and then bend your thumbs back towards your neck, and you can start to walk your elbows forward. So the more you walk your elbows forward, the deeper you're going to come into this tricep opener. This is also a nice little opener for your chest as well. If you need to lessen the intensity, you can walk your elbows back towards your knees. Breathe into the posture. Feel the length through your triceps. Feel the opening through your back. And start to bring yourself up to a tabletop position. We'll move through 5 sets of cat and cow. Now for these cat and cow, as you find the arch of your spine, allow a little bit of a bend of your elbows and think of your heart kind of scooping forward. And then on your exhale, just try to straighten your elbows all the way as you dome through the upper back. So we have just like a little bit of a bend through the elbows as you're arching. So on your inhale, slight little bend, scoop your heart up and open. And then on your exhale, straighten through your elbows, dome through your upper back. Take this about 5 times, going as quickly or slowly. After your 5th, bring your left hand to the center of your chest, reach your right arm up, and take a few circles here with your wrist, one direction, the opposite direction. And then bring your right hand behind your right head and pull your right elbow towards your left wrist. We take this 3 times. Elbow to the sky, elbow to your wrist. Finding this rotation through your upper trunk. And on your 3rd time, extend your right arm fully up and then take your right arm underneath your left, thread the needle so your right ear comes down. And now stretch your left fingertips long in front of you. We're going to take some circles with this free left hand. The left hand will come down and around towards your torso and then up and back. And we take 3 of these full big circles. Try to make your circle bigger each time so you can really open through that top shoulder. And then once you've taken 3 in one direction, take this the other way, kind of like a backstroke. When you have to turn your wrist over, turn it over. Feel that openness through your shoulder, through your chest. Once you've taken your 3, plant your left hand right by your nose. Reach your right arm up into the air. Come back into your tabletop. We take 1 set of a cat-cow here just to flush that out. Inhale for your cow spine. Exhale for your cat spine. Return back. And then we take this the opposite side. So your right arm is down, your left arm is up. And just take a few little rotations through your left wrist, one direction and in the opposite direction. And now bring your left hand behind your left head, pull your elbow to your wrist. And we take this 3 times, finding a little extra rotation through your upper trunk with each set. And then on your 3rd time, extend your left arm all the way up into the air. And then thread your left arm underneath your right. Thread the needle so your left ear can come down to the ground. You can stretch your right fingertips long in front of you. And then we start to take these circles once again. So going up and around, finding a lot of movement, mobility through your shoulder, your top shoulder. And then once you've taken 3 circles in one direction, go ahead and move this the other way. So going back and around. Try to make your circles a little bigger each time. And after your 3rd, plant your right hand so it comes right by your nose, reach your left arm up, and move back to tabletop. And flip your toes, find your downward facing dog. We're going to take a little cat-cow and a downward facing dog. So you're going to find an arch, a lift through your chin, and on your exhale, lift your heels to scoop through your upper back. And we take this 5 times with your breath. So kind of similar to when you're on hands and knees, but it's just a little bit different because we're in this extended position. Feel the openness through your chest and then when you contract, really feel your chest concave in. And then after your 5th time, walk yourself up to the front of your mat. And this is where you'll be using your strap or whatever object you have for yourself. So I have this long sleeve t-shirt. You can use any sort of t-shirt, a towel, or if you have a strap, that works as well. Have a little bit of stretch in it. And we're just gonna take some shoulder openers, some chest openers here. So bring your hands onto your object as wide or narrow as you need them. And we're gonna do 5 of these, going up and around. As you're coming up and around, try to keep your chest, or your ribs, I should say, more connected versus splaying out. And then notice what's happening with your shoulders. We find this rotation as you move up and around, but try to keep your shoulders away from your ears so you're not tensing up too much, especially as you come from the back to the front. Move as quickly or slowly as you need to. We take this 5 times total. And on your sixth time, you're just going to take it to like the creakiest spot that you have and just hold it there. Maybe you bring your hands a little bit closer together on your object and just hold it here. And then slowly bring it back. And you can release your object down and bring yourself into a downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up into the air. Bend your right knee, open your hips, scorpion dog. If you want to find a little bit of movement here, you can, or you can just stay in this kind of static position. Re-extend your right leg, step your right foot outside of your hand, and then keep your right hand inside of your foot and then reach your left arm up. And then bring your left hand behind your left head, kind of similar to before, elbow to wrist. We take this 3 times. Just finding a little more, again, rotation through the upper trunk as we get warmer and warmer. On your 3rd time, extend your arm all the way up. And then move both of your fingertips over to the left side of your mat or the left side of your space. So it's kind of like a little counter stretch here. Stretch your fingertips as far as you can to the left. Option to lower your back knee down to the ground. Pull your hips away from your fingers. Slowly bring yourself up. Flip your back toes. Wide-legged forward fold. Spin yourself around. Hands underneath your shoulders. Bend your knees. Allow yourself to kind of shift from side to side here. And now walk your hands out in front of you. So it's like downward facing dog, but your legs are wide. And we're again going to find those cat-cow movements. So every inhale, you lift your chin, you lift your chest, and then on your exhale, find this contraction as you lift your heels. 5 times with breath. Walk your hands back, low lunge, and then bring yourself into a downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, roll forward to high plank. Option to lower your knees as you bring your body all the way down. We're just going to come into a little bit of a back bend here. A cobra pose, hands underneath your shoulders. So you can choose to stay low, or if you want to bring a little more weight into your hands, you can press down for more of a full cobra, whatever you feel like you're ready for. And then slowly bring yourself down. Press back to downward facing dog. We take this all on the left side. So on your inhale, lift your left leg and then bend your knee and open your hips. Scorpion dog. If there's any option of movement you want to take, you can find that here. Re-extend your left leg and step your foot outside of your hands. Keep your left hand down, reach your right arm up. And now bring your right hand behind your right head. And now pull your right elbow to your left wrist. So we're taking this 3 times. Elbow points up, and then find this little contraction of elbow to wrist. And then once you've taken your 3rd time, extend your right arm up into the air. And then bring both of your hands so they come over towards the right side of your mat. So you're kind of finding this counter stretch. You can keep your back knee lifted or you can lower it down. Maybe you experiment with both options. Pull your hips away from your fingertips. Flip your back toes and move to a wide-legged forward fold. Hands underneath your shoulders, bend your knees, head is heavy. Allow yourself to find a little bit of rock from side to side, and then walk your hands away from your toes. And we'll move into this kind of downward facing dog with wide feet, and we move into these cat-cow variations. So as you contract your heels, lift up, your chin pulls to your chest. just finding this motion through the spine. And after you've taken that 5 times, move to low lunge. Move back to downward facing dog or high plank, and then lower yourself down. We're going to take a back bend option again. So that could be a full cobra, maybe an up dog if you want to lift your thighs up off the ground. Your variation, go as far as you want to go. And then transition yourself back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Grab your object again, your strap or your t-shirt, whatever you have, roll yourself up. And now take the object in your right arm, let it come and fall behind you, bend your right elbow, and then catch the object with your left hand. Now, if you feel like you don't need the object, you can release it to the side. Try to shorten the distance between your hands and then start to tip your body over towards the left. And start to swirl yourself down and around. You can bend your knees, bring yourself forward and down. Roll your body up, and we're going to take this to the other direction. So release your object from your right hand, bring it to your left hand. Let the object fall back behind you, bend your elbow, and then with your right hand catch. Maybe you shorten the distance between your hands, and then when you're ready, just give yourself a few breaths here. Tip yourself up and over towards the right. Nice and long, all along the left side of your body, and then start to swirl yourself down and around and forward. And then slowly bring yourself up. We're going to come into a variation of a dancer pose with the strap, with the object. So take it in both of your hands and bring it back and around you. Bend your right knee and then place your ankle into this strap. Now from here, you're going to bend your elbows so you're coming into this position. So however you need to get here. Now you can opt to stay exactly right here. Kick your foot into the object. If you want to, start to crawl your hands closer towards your foot with the strap. So there's lots of options. You can stay right where we started. That'll get you into a little more of a deeper quad opener. The strap can really be useful to come into this posture because you can use the strap to crawl yourself closer and closer. And now let's go ahead and establish this on the opposite side. This is also challenging, not only because of the openness needed in the chest and the shoulders and the back, but also because it's a balance posture. So don't get frustrated, just an opportunity to challenge yourself. Option to stay right there, right in our little prep position, or you can start to crawl your hands down the object towards your foot. Find your balance. If you fall out of it, come back into it. And then when you're ready, release your object, release your leg, let everything go. We're going to come all the way down to the ground. Bring yourself back to a child's pose. Just an opportunity to come back to your breath. Take a short rest. Come back to the breath that we established at the beginning of the sequence. Slowly come out of your child's pose. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Reach your arms up. Seated forward fold. Release yourself up and over. Just a counter stretch to all of that back bending that we were just working on. Allow your torso to get heavier with every exhale. Slowly roll yourself up, come onto your back, bend both knees into your chest, tee your arms out or cactus your arms out to the side, and let your knees fall over towards the left for an easy twist. Come to the other side, let your knees fall to the right. As you exhale, think of your left shoulder softening down to the ground. Come back to center. Extend your legs long in front of you. Bring your arms down by your side. Allow your eyes to close. Just give yourself a few moments of stillness and silence. And that's your flow.